Number 10. Reviewing domestic manufacturing regulations. See, he issued an action that instructs the Secretary of Commerce, him, to contact stakeholders. I always think about somebody killing a vampire when I see that word, stakeholder. Here, you hold it. Boom! The Secretary of Commerce to contact stakeholders to review the impact of federal regulations on domestic manufacturing. The regulations on domestic manufacturing, which means no more of this bullshit that we can't dump our industrial waste into the nearest waterway. What the hell? That's why Jesus created waterways, you dumb shits, you lefties. That's why Jesus H. Christ created, he did, didn't he? Waterways, so we can dump shit into it. Effluvia, chemicals, poisons. So no more of that. And after the review of how the stakeholders are affected or not affected, then the Secretary of Commerce is instructed to create a streamlined federal permitting process for domestic manufacturers. Streamlined. Do you like that word? Streamlined. That's one of those, what do you call it, Kathy? Onomatopoeia words. Streamlined. Isn't that one of them? Stream. It isn't onomatopoeia when they sound like what they say? You don't think? Well, I don't know shit. I'm just, that's why I asked.
When onomatopoeia to me is like buzz, pop, crackle, snap.
Stream.
Not stream.
Stream.
Or line. Whoosh, maybe.
Whoosh?
Yeah. Pop.
I'm gonna claim streamlined.
Sizzle.
Sizzle.
That's onomatopoeia.
Okay. Thank you. Christ, I'm stupid.
Anytime.
Yeah, okay. Number 11, increasing border security measures. Yes, okay. Now, this is the biggie. He signed this Wednesday, and it directs the Secretary of Homeland Security to, begin planning, designing, and constructing a wall along the U.S.-Mexico border, including identify available federal funds and working with Congress for additional funding, which means you and I are going to pay for it. And then the president of Mexico will tell Trump, when Trump shows up with a bill, to go pound sand up his ass. He'll say that to Trump in Spanish. Also, to construct and operate detention facilities near the border to make and adjudicate asylum claims, subject to the availability of existing funding. Hire 5,000 additional Border Patrol agents, subject to the availability of existing funding. They all say that, don't they? End the catch and release policy. I thought it was about fishing. No, this is about human goddamn beings, isn't it? Catch and release. How many did you catch and release today? Oh, no, nuevo. 9 of them? See, why are you speaking Spanish? Why not? End the catch and release policy. Okay. Quantify all, quote, sources of direct and indirect federal aid or assistance to the government of Mexico on an annual basis over the past 5 years. In other words, how much money did we give those fuckers? Excuse me. How much money did we give the Mexicans? Not counting what we spend at Taco Bell. How much did we give the Mexicans? Find out over the past 5 years. And take action to empower state and local law enforcement to act as immigration officers. Jesus H. Christ. Cops don't have enough to do, right? So if they're going to, say, the State Highway Patrol in your state, or in California, CHIPS, if they pull somebody over, let me see your papers. That's where we are, truth seekers. Let me see your what papers? The papers to prove you're an American citizen. Well, sir, I have my driver's license. No. Let me see your papers. What the fuck are you talking about? Your papers. How do I know you're a citizen? My papers. I don't have them with me. And please exit the car, sir. Put your hands behind your back, sir. No, put them on top of your car, sir. No, lay down. No, squat. Sir, I told you to stand up. Put your hands over. Give me your wrists. Stop moving around. I told you to stop moving around. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, shit, he's dead. Take action to empower state and local law enforcement to act as immigration officers. Holy Christ. You know it's going to happen with that, don't you? And number 12, pursuit of undocumented immigrants. Now, that order that was also signed Wednesday directs the Secretary of Homeland Security to, prioritize certain undocumented immigrants for removal. Removal. God damn, that's what you do with the garbage. You remove the garbage. Huh? You remove dog pee stains on your carpet. Target undocumented immigrants for removal, including those with criminal convictions. Yeah, get them out. And those who have only been charged with a crime. Well, there goes another chunk of the Constitution down the shitter. Goodbye. There it goes. Only charged with a crime. Only charged with a crime. Those people are now targeted for removal. What kind of a crime? Speeding? Jaywalking? Stealing a loaf of bread? What? Bank robbing? Doesn't say. Also, in this one is hire 10,000 additional immigration officers. This is in addition to the 5,000 Border Patrol agents. And the head of the Border Patrol just resigned, didn't he? Wonder why. Hire 10,000 additional immigration officers at U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. That would be ICE. Prohibit federal funding, with the help of the Attorney General, to sanctuary jurisdictions. You know, the sanctuary cities. No more money for you. In the areas where local officials have declined to help enforce federal immigration laws. You know, I read the other day, or I heard the other day, I guess it wasn't the governor of California, it was the mayor of Los Angeles, who has an Hispanic surname. And he pointed out the reality that California contributes way more money to the federal government than they receive from the federal government. By a ratio, I forget what the ratio was, 2-to-1, 3-to-1, something like that. So, wouldn't it be funny? I mean, this reminds me of the Uncle Remus story about, don't throw me in that briar patch, Brer Fox. Which is exactly what Brer Rabbit wanted, if you remember. But that's what this reminds me of. So let's supposing that the Trump crime organization decides to cut funding to California because the official position of California, it's a sanctuary state, which is interesting because it used to be part of Mexico. And the majority population in, Los Angeles? I think its majority is now from Mexico or other Spanish-speaking countries. So if this goes into effect for California, no money for you. Okay, fine. We come out ahead, you dumb shit. Oh, well. Another one here in the pursuit of undocumented immigrants, executive order. Reinstate the Secure Communities Program, which was terminated in 2014, and enables state and local law enforcement to effectively act as immigration agents. Now, a previous order, local law enforcement to act as immigration officers. Now it's immigration agents. Not sure what the difference is, but I know there is one. The next part of this last direct executive order, sanction countries, with the help of the Secretary of State, that refuse to accept the return of undocumented immigrants deported from the United States. You don't take them back, no money for you. Wonder what happens to those people. Ah, that's right, Guantanamo. We're going to fill up the prison down there. Next, create a list, updated weekly, of crimes committed by undocumented immigrants in sanctuary jurisdictions. Just in sanctuary jurisdictions. You know what that is. You know what the reason for that. Huh? We don't give a shit what happens in, I don't know, Ohio. But let us know how many crimes are committed by undocumented immigrants in New York City or Chicago or LA or San Francisco or Seattle. So we can rub your face in it. And then the last one, create what is called an Office for Victims of Crimes Committed by Removable Aliens. Keep a list of the victims of crimes committed by removable aliens, which will enable the Trump fascists to, quote, provide proactive, timely, adequate, and professional services to victims of crimes committed by removable aliens and family members of such victims, end quote. Why not an office for victims of crimes committed by Americans against other Americans? Any chance of that happening? Which would provide proactive, timely, adequate, and professional services to victims of crimes committed by other Americans. No? Don't want to do that. Okay. So there you have it. Those are the executive orders that, as many as I know of, as of last night, Thursday night, there they are. Pretty cool, huh? Pretty cool. I mean, there's no way in hell, if there were three of me, I couldn't, in a 2-hour time block, go through adequately all the shit that this monster is committing.